Chicago that made plastic into fuel. Have you heard of him? Um, I did a little bit of a deep dive today, and I was kind of like, damn, like kind of tripping out a little bit because I'm like, damn, like when people do this kind of stuff, you already know the peoples come after you, man. Like they don't like this kind of stuff. That means you're messing up their you know what I'm saying, a little money. So when I seen this, I was like, what the hell, you know? And then I followed him on Instagram. Let me see if I could show you real quick. Sorry if I keep coughing and shit. Um, Let me see. My bad, my bad. There we go. Alright, so this is the inventor right here, 21 years old, from, oh, it says Atlanta. I thought I saw him say something about Chicago. My bad. Misinformation. Misinformation. Alright, check it out.
My own gas station that makes fuel from plastic waste. Let's go. So this is plastic crude oil. And as you can see, we have quite a bit of this plastic crude oil. Well, it can be fuel, but we need to refine it and clean it up. So let's do that. So I've created my own.
So when I see stuff like this, bro, honestly, I get scared for them. I'm not gonna lie because I know that before there was somebody else that was doing this kind of stuff and they went missing because you know when it comes to people and their oils and making money off gas and stuff like that, and someone coming up with an idea to make gas from plastic, that shit is crazy, bro. That shit is crazy. And I seen, I like I said, I was following him, and I seen this clip on his Instagram where he was saying that he was driving down the freeway and he had almost a death experience because one of his, well, four of his lug nuts were loose, and I believe he said, but don't quote me, but I think he said they flew off, and he was riding on one lug nut like that was tight or whatever, and that he contacted the mechanic or whatever, and that the mechanic said that he had tightened them up and all this and that, and that gave him an excuse that the rattling and would make them loose and stuff like that. And obviously he's a smart guy, so he put two and two together and was like, "What are you talking about? Like that doesn't happen when things rattle. Like it doesn't mean the screw's gonna go loose and all four of them are gonna fly out." So he was kind of insinuating that they were after him. You know what I'm saying? But just so everyone knows that is watching this and is kind of confused because he was not uploading for a few days. But if anyone was confused, the mom did come out and say that he is okay. They're just not they're not trying to say where he's at or anything like that. So, you know, thankfully everything is good. And you know, because man, I'm telling you, this is a dangerous game to play, and you got to be careful out here because when it comes to oil, even speaking a little bit of some bad stuff about some politics, or or even things like, you know, before when the whole COVID situation was going on and you were either with it or against it, and you express that, they would flag you for miscommunicate or misinformation. Sorry about that, misinformation and things like that, bro. And you know, it's not anything new that things like this happen because, like I said, there's been plenty of things that have happened in the past that people have gone missing for stuff like this, and you know, hopefully, you know, anybody else that starts doing this kind of stuff, you know, they stay safe because it's a scary situation, man. It's a very scary situation. What do you think about that? I think it's crazy. I'm telling you, messing with this kind of stuff and just sitting down rabbit holes of like Illuminati and things like that. Bro, I don't know if you guys have ever gone through those rabbit holes. I'm pretty sure a lot of us have because for some reason I know every time I hear someone talk about their experiences and them going through these rabbit holes of the Illuminati and finding about the Grey Masons and stuff like that and just all that stuff, it gets insane, bro. It gets so crazy, and you just start tripping out. I'm not even gonna lie. There's been so many things, whether it's like the people that listen to the music backwards to hear the hidden messages in music, to the whole Bohemian Grove shit, to even Epstein Island shit. Like, bro, there's so much stuff out there that is not even talked about that it's insane. Insane, bro. Insane. It's crazy because we're gonna get back to Julian real quick, but just to kind of rail off a little bit. Even with the whole Epstein Island thing and Donald Trump thing, like Donald Trump when he first went into office was talking about he was gonna expose the Epstein files and all this stuff. Now he's saying that there's nothing, there's no files and stuff like that. And it's just like people just let anything slide, bro. Side note though, that's a little side note. Just little things that I watch here and there, that I'm interested in speaking about. So if anyone out there, likes to talk about that kind of stuff, definitely shoot that DM or send me shit. Cause honestly, I like to look at different things and see what's going on around the world and stuff like this. And big shout outs to my wife, like I always say, because, usually I'm more informed on the music side. I'm more informed on the culture, just the music side of the world. You know what I'm saying? And my wife is more into this kind of stuff, like, him going missing and, him making the gas and stuff like that. And there's other things that we're going to talk about today that she sent me, and I was just like, what is going on? Because it's been a lot of scary stuff going on. Man. Man. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. If you don't know, now you know. And that's why I think it's kind of also sometimes a little scary to talk about stuff like this, stuff like this, because it seems like you can only talk about so much before you get flagged or your videos get taken down. Sorry. Thankfully, the cancel culture is not as bad as it used to be, because before you couldn't. I don't know if you guys remember this, but you couldn't even say anything about, the whole LGBT, whatever community. You couldn't say anything about COVID. You couldn't say anything about anything because anything you said was going to get your page wiped. And that was a crazy time to live in, man, because it's like you can't even believe what you believe in. You can't even defend what you believe in. You can't do none of that, bro. It's crazy. And it sucks, because it's like they want to get us to the point where we just have to agree with what they say and that's it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just bullshit, man. But going back to Julian Brown, I'm definitely glad that he's good. I'm glad that the mom came out and said that, he's fine and she's not going to share any details on him or anything, which is a smart move because, like I said, he's had helicopters following him around. He's seen some weird shit going on. He feels like he's being followed. He's even said in videos that he knows he's not going to live long and da-da-da-da-da. Bro, it's crazy. It's so crazy. Big shout outs to him, man. An inventor this smart needs to be protected at all costs. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna keep up with him and see what he continues to do with his life and stuff like that. But it's such a cool thing to see when these genius people that are able to do this kind of stuff, display it to the world, because it's like, damn, like, who the fuck even knows how to do this? You know what I'm saying? But damn, but shout outs to him, man. I'm glad he's good.